From Jack Mashin Stadium in El Cajon, on the border of La Mesa, California, in San Diego. This is San Diego section of the CIF Girls Varsity Soccer. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg K. Porter, along with Pablo Espinal, doing the videography and the live stream for you tonight. It's a chilly night out here in El Cajon. Earlier today, it was a little bit of light rain, and last night as well. But it's going to be a dry turf tonight, and we hope that you can sit back and enjoy this one for the next hour and a half plus. Grossmont comes into this match. They are 5-0-2 in their last 7 games. They haven't lost since playing the team they're playing tonight, Steele Canyon. Last year, they did a similar type of a thing towards getting into the CIF playoffs, won 4 straight games in the CIF playoffs, including regionals, before they were finally stopped in the semifinal game of the Southern California Regional. And in that, before those 4 playoff games, they went 8-3-2. They had lost 4 straight games prior to that and ended up finishing up the season at 16-8-2. They were 6-2-2 in league, the Foothillers. Fast forward to this season, 1-0-1 in league. Of course, the last game, if you paid attention to that last game, able to see it, it was a match where they were ahead 1-0 and ended up being a 1-1 tie. The prior match before, they were ahead 1-0 and ended up they were ahead 1-0 and they ended up or I should say they were behind 1-0 and ended up with a 1-1 tie against Eastlake. The standings in the Grossmont Hills League tonight. Granite Hills is 2-0. Foothills are second, 1-0-1. Helix is third at 1-1. Valhalla the Norsemen are 0-1-1. West Hills, who we just played, is 0-1-1. Steele Canyon is 0-1-1. The games tonight in the Grossmont Hills League. Granite Hills against Valhalla. West Hills against Helix, and Steele Canyon against the Foothillers. Give you the lineup, the full lineup for the Cougars of Steele Canyon tonight. Head coached by Charlie Cleaves. Cassandra Jaggard is the keeper. Daya Alonso, number 1. Number 2 is Jory Hayes. Number 3 is Frida Alvarez Paez. Number 4 is Alicia Dugan. Number 5 is Emma Hosteller. Kaolin Karate is 6. Number 7 is Alyssa Rizzo. 8 is Kenzie Ray. 9 is Alexia Orozco Sevilla. 10 is Alexia Dugan. 11 is Grace Brownlow. 12 is Lauren Helton. 13 is Kimberly Jaggard. 14 is Michaela Grubelnick. 16 is Courtney Miller. 17 is Franziska Simic. 18 is Sailor Oliveras. 20 is Madison Balliet. 22 is Olivia Montes. And 77 is Angelina Espinal. And, of course, you saw on your screen the starters for Steele Canyon and the starters for the Foothillers tonight. Take a look at the San Diego section in Division 1. Carlsbad is 3-0. They're number 1. Number 2 is Cathedral Catholic, 3-0 in league. Both of them 3-0 in league, 10-3 for Carlsbad. Overall, 7-1 for Cathedral Catholic, 16-2. Correction on that. Let's start that all over again. It's Carlsbad being 11-2. 13-2-3 is Cathedral Catholic. 12-4-1 is Eastlake. Of course, the Foothillers are 8-2-3 on the season. They are 4th. 5th is Del Norte, 9-3-2. 6th is Torrey Pines, they're 7-2-4. 7th is Poway, they're 5-2-4. 8th is La Costa Canyon, they're 6-3-2. Scripps Ranch is 8-4-3, they're 9th. 10th is San Marcos, 6-4-2. And then it's followed up by Granite Hills, Steele Canyon, Academy of Our Lady of Peace, El Camino, Canyon Crest Academy, Westview, Valhalla, Bishops, Rancho Bernardo, and West Hills, rounding out the San Diego Section Division I soccer standings. Take a look at the California rankings. It's Monte Vista out of Danville. They're 9-0-1. Number 2 in the state is Clovis North out of Fresno. They're 14-0-2. Los Alamitos, who is in the South Bay Classic, played the Steele Canyon team. They are 17-3-3 on the season. They're 3rd. 4th is Upland. They're 16-0. 5th is Mater Dei out of Santa Ana. They're 13-1-1. 6th is Pacifica out of Garden Grove. They're 11-0-1. Tracy is 9-0. They're 7th. 8th is Corona Del Mar out of Newport Beach. They're 11-1-2. 9th is J. Sarah Catholic out of San Juan Capistrano at 10-3. And 10th is St. Francis out of Mountain View. They're 9-0-3. The rest is Hart. They're 11th. Cathedral Catholic out of San Diego is 12th. Buchanan is 13th. Villa Park is 14th. 15th is Amador Valley. 16th is Davis. 17th is St. Francis. Newport Harbor is 18th. 19th is Temecula Valley. 20th is Mira Costa. Troy out of Fullerton is 21st. Harvard Westlake out of Studio City is 22nd. Carlsbad is 23rd. 24th is Franklin out of Elk Grove up in Northern California. And 25th is Carondelet out of Concord up in the Bay Area. So those are the top 25s for California. We're about ready to get it started here at Jack Mashin Stadium. Foothillers in the dark jerseys and yellow going from left to right. And the Cougars are going from right to left. Shift colors for all you sailors out there past the present. We're underway. Cougars with possession. Upfield, intercepted by Smingy. Might have pronounced it in the past as Smingy or Sminge, but it is properly pronounced Smingy. Nice little run by Kira, but it results in a goal kick for the Cougars. Cassandra Jaggard is the keeper. Espinal, who just got back to school today, a little bit under the weather this past number of days, but able to get back to school today and able to play tonight. The niece of the videographer Pablo. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars out of the Spring Valley area. And we have 3 refs tonight, 2 linesmen and a center ref. And incorrect who was supposed to throw it in. It's supposed to be the Foothillers. Goes out of play, and now it will be a throw-in by the Cougars. Steele Canyon. Foothillers able to last beat Steele Canyon right here at home last season. So the seniors on the Foothillers want to try to do the trick again this season. And obviously the seniors on the Cougars want to try and keep that from happening, as they've already beaten the Foothillers once this season, but it was not a league game. 2-0 over in Spring Valley. And that is the last time, as I mentioned at the outset, that the Foothillers have lost a match. Gone 5-0-2 since. Rihanna Cooney, that ODP player, sending it forward. Off of Lopez's cleat. Yavingo plays it. Not able to link up with her teammate. And that's Ashley Austin, the outstanding freshman this season. Ford, or rather that was Foster, who won that ball, and then it slowly rolled, and not able to get onto that was Giavingo. Jennifer, very close to that soccer ball. Mia knocked down again. No call on either one of them. Victoria Ford gets a return pass. Ford running it up from the back. Victoria cuts it inside now. Ford now trying to make some offense go, so it's upfield. Espinal on it. These two teams know each other so well here in the Grossmont Hills League. Intercepted by Austin. Plays it forward. And Jaggert having some problems with it that time. Early ball, near side. Ford, run onto it. The striker at her back. Finds the outlet. Smingy now with it. Kira's pass is intercepted from going further upfield to Austin. So it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers on the near side. And it's 0-0 affair. Hopefully you're enjoying the action so far. Free kick coming up. Simic. Upfield, intercepted by Ford. Running onto it is Sabia, but then the giveaway. Sarah Lopez runs onto it in the area now. Cuts it inside. Lopez sends the ball right at the keeper. Lopez, the leading scorer for the team. Right next to her, having a great season so far, is Ashley Austin. Foster sends one to keep the keeper honest. Chilly night out here in El Cajon. Hopefully your day was a very good one. Remember, we're being sponsored by Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. Check them out on their website, dentalartsofpalmav.com. Ashley Austin drops it back into the central, gets it back. Austin, you hit it from distance, and this one goes past the byline. Check out our website. That's gksports.org. Have all our social media pages there. Taking a look at what's going on in Major League Baseball and all the sports. Max Preps. Saw some stuff on the National Collegiate, the NCJAA. And we have a player that was hit up in the head area, and that is not good. And unfortunately now, for 2 games in a row, have a little bit of an issue up in the head area. And the last one, if you paid attention to the West Hills game, young lady had to be taken off the field in a stretcher. And hopefully she's okay today or getting better, because when you're in the concussion protocol, it takes a while, but at least a lot better than she was ever since then. And now walking off. High school soccer can be very, very physical. See quite who actually it was. It might have been Kinsey Ray, but I don't want to speculate. You probably saw it better than I can, and this always goes into a second copy with the highlights and the instant replays, and you want to subscribe to get that, and that way you can see that second copy. We're quite a ways behind on our second copies, but they will come. Every single one of these games. For this season, we'll see what happens next season. Might be instant replays on this live stream. Forward, right at the keeper for the save. Upfield. Took a number of minutes for both teams to really be able to put something into the back of the net in the first affair between these two teams, so it's not uncommon. The Foothillers have only given up 1 goal right here at Jack Mashin Stadium on the season. Well, they have been playing outstanding right here at home. Treating back is Montes, center defender, intercepted by Mayo, and then had a misstep. And so it is a quick run all the way down by Alonzo. Alonzo, I believe, scored the goal in the last game. In fact, I'm sure now, in thinking about it, that she did. And Emery making the save. She's getting the start tonight, Natalie. Usually comes in the second half. But she has worked her way. Don't know if the starting keeper is sick or anything like that. But I tell you what, she has definitely worked her way for an opportunity. Franziska Simic intercepted by Foster, played to Lopez, and it is out of play. Was knocked out by Lopez. And she was pressured in that space to try to make something happen and send it out of play. And correction on that, that was sent out by Steele Canyon. So now the Foothillers again are going to have a chance to throw it in. It's going to be Roses throwing it in for the second time in a row. Cecilia sent over to Gonzalez. Lopez tries to make a move. She got pickpocketed into the central now for Cooney, but she doesn't hold it very long, but it's now intercepted by Mayo. DeFoster cross the field. Austin plays it in some space, but it was intercepted. Espinal ticketed to go to SDSU, and boy, is their basketball team having a heck of a season. Emery giving up a rebound, but being able to get onto it that time was Smingy. Two haven't worked together that much. As for most of the season, Emery was playing on the JV team. Austin. Off a deflection, and on the near side, it is going to roll past the near side touchline, out of play. Foothillers will be able to throw it in. There's going to be question marks when it came to this season in the goalkeeping scenario, as the Foothillers, you didn't pay attention to last season, lost into this season, 2 seniors. And so they were going to have to figure out how they were going to have the keeping duties taken care of. And so far, so good. The Deja Toll has done a fine job. And here Natalie Emery has done a fine job as well from the JV team. Alonzo on the soccer ball. Espinal into the central for the Cougars. The deflection, Mayo. Espinal with time and space now. Cuts it inside now. Nearly intercepted, but Alonzo goes and retrieves it. Actually, that was Jory Hayes who did so. Now it's over to Alonzo. Alonzo chips it up in the air. It's off the top of frame. Just darting by the outside defender that time, getting by Rosas and putting up a good shot. Just missing. Emery was trying to reach up as high as she could. And that ball was just a little bit over the crossbar. Espinal on the intercept. On the near side. Crotty plays it upfield. They do a really good job of holding that soccer ball, do the Cougars of Steele Canyon. Probably the best since the season started, other than maybe La Costa Canyon. Near side, Austin hits it hard. Now looking for Lopez, and she just couldn't get her cleat on it. That ball had a lot of steam on it that time. Tough game was played here last season between these two teams. And it's going to be another tough one again tonight. The Foothillers able to come out with the victory. Out of play, touched out by the Cougars. It'll be a throw-in by Grossmont. And now Grossmont will get a fresh player in. Head coach Fernando Ramos. Megan Long and Nick Ager, coaching staff for the Foothillers. Giovingo not able to, she had a heavy touch that time. Not able to control it. Tries to go after it again. It's stolen away momentarily. Player goes down for the Cougars. And so it's going to be a free kick. .649 out here in the West Coast. 9:49 on the East Coast. This is a live stream. Smingy waves off for keeper Emery. Maddie Mayo, who had a great South Bay Classic tournament, and especially that last game, the game we just got through putting on the YouTube site against the Downey Vikings. Regional team the Foothillers had to play last season in their second game. Correction, not on their second game, in their first game outside of the section. Here's Austin. And the save is made. Coach Cleves actually is not the tournament director, but basically arranged that tournament down there at the South Bay Classic. Could have been called something else, but was not. But that tournament is going to grow. That is the intention. To be in the best girls varsity soccer tournament prior to the season, prior to the league play for these teams, the San Diego section, with teams coming from Florida and the southern section of C.I.F, LA area and that. So it'll be interesting to see how it continues to develop. Played at Montgomery High School and San Ysidro High School this season in its first year. Lopez down the central. Could not hold on to it. And Espinal runs onto it. And then cannot continue on forward. And this shot is hit and it is wide. Substitution is going to come in now for the Cougars. Cougars a little handcuffed tonight. Got some players that are not available, and then player that was hit by the ball earlier. It's obviously going to affect them as well. Courtney Miller just came in on the sub. Upfield, Amy Cervantes protects the soccer ball, sends it upfield to Mayo. Mayo plays it off the Cougar player, and it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Substitution is going to occur as Moreno is going to come into the game. Kaya. Roses comes out, and the senior Gonzalez is into the action. Right. Moreno changes her direction, continues to change her direction, but Ray figures it out and takes it away from her. But it's intercepted by Gonzalez, and then at close range, we have another player hit up above the shoulder for the Cougars. And this time it was Montes. And the center ref checking to see if she can stay in this match. Now a decision's coming on who should have the soccer ball. He's going to give it to Steele Canyon. Didn't exactly know who had it. And that's what these center refs do. There's indecision. Foster hits it off the Cougar player, and it goes over to Cooney, who plays it out. And up forward, Lopez off of Espinal. Miller drops it back. Running onto it is Jory Hayes. Hayes gets a return pass. Miller gets it taken away. Foster out to Gonzalez now. Being guarded heavily. Up to Foster. Mia hits it hard, but a save is made. Cooney intercepts it, nearly a handball. Foster plays it forward now, has Giovinco hit it hard, and the save is made again. Foothillers in the last 2 years since we've been filming them, looking at team records, that they have put the most shots in the history of the program. up in games against the opponent. They have the most fouls in a game recently against this Cougar club in the last time that they played them. Austin is in the match. Foster comes out. Espinal hits that ball out of play. Foothillers will throw it in from their defensive third. And it's 0-0 affair. Lonzo nearly gave him the lead, but just missed the top of the crossbar some minutes ago. Jaggard pass is intercepted. Kimberly Jaggard runs onto it. Plays it out towards Alonzo, but Alonzo fell down. Wasn't able to keep it in. So it's a throw in for the Foothillers of Grossmont in his San Diego section match of the Grossmont Hills League. Hopefully you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it from. Let us know if you're watching these games from other states or maybe across overseas. In the right-hand corner, there have been people that have done that. We appreciate that. Matty Mayo on the run. Mayo now cuts it inside. Mayo. Pass is intercepted, but then getting it now is Cooney. He takes a shot. A save on the play. Correction, that was Austin who took that shot and nearly put it in the back of the net. Second leading scorer, Austin. Giovingo. Espinal now changes their direction and plays a pass that's intercepted by Smingy. Smingy on a run on the near side. Smingy now still on the soccer ball. Plays it forward, but in front of Moreno. So it'll be a goal kick. 0-0 the score. Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. You got teeth cleaning you need. You got root canals. Any of those kinds of dental needs. Check them out. DentalArtsOfPalmAve.com. That's their website. Insurance is welcome. Early ball now for the Cougars. Alonzo showing her speed, racing to at least keep it in. It is sent out of play. The Foothillers will throw it in. And I don't know if that is Ford. It's down. Might be. Staying in the game is Ford. Throw in out for the Foothillers. And do we have a foul or do we have a throw in? We may have a free kick. And that's what we're going to have. It's going to be a free kick. And a foul in the exterior of the 18. Or beyond the other side, I should say. 18-yard line. And no, it's going to be a throw-in. Tough to find out what exactly they were going to decide to do on that play. Nevertheless, Cougars now with a chance, and then it's intercepted. Good block upfield. And now Lopez going after it. Lopez wins it now. Could not continue. Taken away by Giovinco now. Jennifer on the soccer ball, plays it over to Lopez. This is danger. Lopez still has it. Takes a shot. A goal! Go, 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 go! Jennifer Giovinco. Beautiful play. Getting it to Sarah Lopez, and Sarah Lopez took it to a space where she could finish. And it is 1-0 Foothillers. And that might be the very best combinational play between those two since Sarah Lopez has been a Foothiller, between her and Giovinco. And if they continue to work that well, it is going to be very, very difficult for the opponents moving forward. Just brilliant between the two, using both of their skills. But here come the Cougars, a shot, and Emery makes a save. Emery, a good sound player, as long as you don't get it really high up into the air. And she'll give her best effort if it is high up in the air, but if it is from her shoulder height, she is going to give you a lot of problems in trying to put it in the back of the net. Here's Espinal, who just makes beautiful moves on the near side. Here comes the shot, and Emery makes a save. Alvarez Paez, another shot, trying to test Emery on the near side. And Emery is stood up to the task so far. Miller now, as the Cougars want to continue to put pressure on the back line of the Foothillers and try and get the equalizer and make this a match that will have more than just one goal in it. As I mentioned last season, they lost 1-0 to the Foothillers right here. Coming in is Rosas. She's a defender that is going to be put in that spot on the outside. Cervantes will come out as Gonzalez gets a rest along. Cervantes is actually going to stay in. She's not going to come out. Just moved around a little bit by Coach Fernando Ramos. A save by Emery. Cervantes, Moreno, Paez, and a foul is going to be against the Foothillers. So it'll be a free kick now. This timer's running out in the first half. Grossmont leading 1-0. Play back up field. Montes. Espinal runs onto it. Intercepted. Here's Moreno. Looking for Lopez. Finds her. She turns. Lopez can hit it with either foot. Intercepted by Foster in the midfield area. Foster runs onto it now from Giovinco. Hits it hard, but right at the keeper. Could not lift it higher to try to give him the 2-1 lead. Doesn't mean she won't continue to try it. Espinal on the near side, and it is out of play. Dees is in the match. Danielle Dees, the junior. Number 7 out there in blue. Missed by Foster. Running onto it now is Kimberly Jaggert. Rosas doesn't know Alonzo is behind her and realizes that pressure makes sure she secures the soccer ball. Maddie Mayo with a goal kick. Paez securing it. Alvarez Paez, and now getting it to Espinal, and it's touched out by the Foothillers. So Espinal is going to throw it in. It's going to help that program at San Diego State next season and what they're trying to do over there at the Mesa, Montezuma Mesa. On the near side, step over, then sends it upfield. Lopez gets involved in the play, and then it comes over to Foster, and now Lopez streaks down the right flank but won't be able to get to it. Foster had the right idea, but way too far in front of Sir Lopez. So the throw in now for the Cougars of Spring Valley. Out of play. It'll be a throw in now by Angelina Espinal. Espinal sends it over to Miller. Intercepted by Smingy. Plays it forward. Running onto it was Cervantes. Now back to Smingy. To Lopez and trying to go forward. Now she intercepts it. And you have to be careful. She's done this before. Cuts it inside now. Beautiful move and a shot, but a save is made. Did that against Santana High School, I believe it was. Intercepted the soccer ball real close. And then put it in the back of the net. Upfield. Cervantes. Giovingo. Good control of soccer ball and then gets it nicely. Her passes have been really nice tonight. Here is Foster. Going to try to get a strike onto it. It can't. The save is made but goes back to try to get it. And there's a scramble for it. And let's see now. It might be a penalty kick. And that's exactly what it looks like it's going to be. Scored against the Downey Vikings. We just put that game up on the site. Take a look at it. The only goal of the game. This one might give the Foothillers their second goal of this game. And it will tie the amount of goals that the Cougars had against the Foothillers in the last meeting between these two teams. Not constituted as Grossmont Hills League affair. The PK now. It's a good one. It is a goal. Go, 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 goal. 2-0 now. The Foothillers lead here at Jack Mashin Stadium at the campus of Grossmont High School. On the penalty kick by Mia Foster, the senior, putting another one into the back of the net. Ticketed to go to Cal State Fullerton and make that program even better than it already is. You can catch me say it in the South Bay Classic. They are a university that played against USC in the first round of the NCAA playoffs and had a fabulous season. Trojans overwhelmed them on that day. But they still got a lot of good players coming back, and she's going to be part of them next fall. along with my niece. As freshman, foul in the attacking third for the Cougars. Down 2-0, but remember, Alonzo nearly put a goal into the back of the net. It could be 2-1. Simic, Franziska. The chip intercepted by the Foothillers upfield. And Danielle sends it across midfield now. Time running out here in the first half. Jag Mansion Stadium. The border of El Cajon and La Mesa on a chilly night. Chilly Tuesday night for you. Foothillers leading 2-0. Hopefully you've enjoyed also our other live stream, and that is the San Diego High School Cougars. That was a tight match. Last I checked at halftime, I believe it was 2-1. Mission Bay Bucks leading over the Cougars. Upfield now for Alonzo to try to get to it. In the corner, and let's see what the call's going to be, and it might work against the Foothillers. So they'll get a free kick right outside the area. Quality free kick now coming up for the Cougars of Steele Canyon. Let's see how it's played by the team in white. Don't get a good chance to see it from this height at Steele Canyon High School until they get things done over there. The header try now to the near side, and Emery finds it. And once they finish the stands over there, then you will be able to see it from a higher vantage point than what you've seen in our videoing the game in the last couple of tries. Well, actually, ever since we started videoing them. Emery makes the save. Espy now looking for a rebound, trying to tuck it into the back of the net. But Natalie doesn't give up the rebound. Sends it to midfield. Nice header that time by Simic. So Miller gets it going down the right flank for the Cougars now. Played into the central now, and a deflection. But the save is made. Deflection that time by Paez. Deflection try by Paez, trying to get it behind Emery. And Natalie's played well here in the first half. Offsides. So it'll be a free kick now. Or maybe it was an incorrect throw-in. No, it was offsides. So the free kick, Maddie Mayo taking it, driving it upfield. Just a few moments left to go here in the first half. 2-0 Foothillers. Trying to win another one at home and keep their unblemished record at home for the 2019-2020 season moving right along. Foster was calling for that soccer ball, and it went off of her back of her cleat. As the midfielder was streaking to try to see if she could make it 3-0. Smingy bumped. Ball is out of play, and it was off of Smingy, so it'll be a throw-in by the Cougars. In correction, It was off the striker on the near side for the Cougars, so the Foothillers would throw it in. It was off of Crotty. Amy Cervantes comes out of the match. Taylor Aguilera is in the match, and now trying to get to that soccer ball is Lopez. Had too much pace on it, intercepted by Foster, but they get it back, and they'll go upfield. Played all the way back to Emery, and Emery, nice pass to Smingy, but it went off her cleat, but she's able to retrieve it. Sent it past Gonzalez. Now Foster retreats back. Rosas sends it upfield. Winning it there is Kimberly Jaggart. But Jaggart now in a collision with Giovingo. Foothillers have it. Foster drops it back. Near side. Aguilera just came into the match. Looking for Danielle Dees. It is off of the near side, Kenzie Ray. So it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Enjoying the 2-0 lead. Taylor Aguilera throws it in. And that's the end of the first half of action. At Jack Mashin Stadium, with a score, it's 2-0. Grossmont Foothillers leading Steele Canyon Cougars. Foothillers 5-0-2 in their last 7 games and trying to add the 6-0-2 scenario. But still a lot of time, 40 minutes left to go in this match, and a quality opponent in Steele Canyon. And Grossmont Hills League play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. The highlights and instant replays on the second copy start right now. So the second half is about ready to get underway, but first let's give you some standings for the nation, as we gave you the standings for, or the rankings, I should say, for the section and for California. The Monteverde Academy out of Florida is 9-0. They're number one team in the nation. American Heritage out of Florida is 9-2. Number 3 is Bartram Trail out of St. John's, Florida. They're 12-1-3. Number 4 is Brandon out of Mississippi. They're 10-1-2. Number 5 in the nation is St. John's Country Day out of Florida. They're 14-1. Number 6 is Monte Vista out of Danville, Northern California. They're 9-0-1. They're the top California team in the nation. Number 7 is Clovis North out of Fresno area. They're 14-0-2. Los Alamitos is number 8, and they are 17-3-3 on the season. Number 9 is Academy of Holy Names out of Tampa, Florida. Number 10 is Cypress Bay out of Florida. They're 14-1. A lot of Florida schools in the top 10. Chaparral out of Arizona, the first Arizona school on the top rankings of the country. They are 14-1. Number 10. Number 11 is Chaparral out of Scottsdale. They're 11-1-3. Number 12 is West Lauderdale out of Mississippi. They're 18-1-3. 13 is Clinton out of Mississippi. They're 12-1-2. 14th is Lakeland Christian out of Lakeland, Florida. They're 16-0-1. 15th is Northwest Rankin out of Mississippi. They're 13-2-1. Upland out of the San Gabriel Valley, San Bernardino, the border of San Bernardino County up there, is 16-0, of course. They are 16th in the nation. 17th is Allen out of Texas, the first Texas team. They're 8-0. Archbishop McCarthy out of Fort Lauderdale is 13-1-2. 19th is Venice out of Florida. They haven't played many games as well, kind of like that Texas team, 7-3-1. Lourdes Academy out of Miami area is 10-1-1. 21st is Martyr Day out of Santa Ana. They're 13-1-1. 22nd is Plant out of the Tampa, Florida area. 23rd is Vero Beach. They're 11-1. 24th is Carrollton School of Sacred Heart out of Miami, Florida. They're 10-2. And 25th is Pacifica out of the Southern California area at 11-0-1. So those are your top 25 in the nation, the high school girls soccer rankings from Max Preps. As I mentioned, that the National Junior College Association is about ready to get some baseball started this week. So baseball is coming on the near forecast for first the colleges and then the high schoolers. High schoolers will get it going, like Grossmont will get it going in February. And California high school baseball will get underway. But for now, it's getting into the teeth of the Grossmont Hills League. Same thing with the basketball leagues in Southern California and across the state. For the winter campaign, Foothillers on a PK scored their second goal. Now it's Mia Foster, and the first goal was on a beautiful pass by Jennifer Giovingo to the super soft Sarah Lopez. Foothillers will be going from right to left going in the second half, and the Cougars will be going from left to right. Hope you enjoyed the first half. Hopefully your day has been a good one. Evening out here in Southern California. 7:31. About ready to get it started as the center ref gets his watch going. Shift callers for all you sailors out there, past and present. We are underway. Player going down quickly for the Cougars. So it'll be a free kick now for Steele Canyon. They've got some work to do in the second half, down 2-0. Greg K. Porter, along with Pablo Espinal, bringing you the sights and sound and the videography work up here at Jack Mashin Stadium on the campus of Grossmont High School in El Cajon, California, out in the eastern part of San Diego County on a border of La Mesa. Alexa Gonzalez playing an early ball, and it is sent out of play as Payan trying to make a big play. Starting off here in the second half. Grossmont with a throw in. Grossmont with the 5th ranking in the section. Actually in the Division I, and then in the San Diego, they ranked 6th. Just having themselves a fine season. Trying to add another victory. Their 9th if they can get it tonight. They got a big advantage so far, putting 2 into the back of the net. But Espinal is going to try to have something to say about whether or not Foothillers can be victorious tonight. Foothillers have the ties on their record. Total of 3 of them on this season. And so that's what the Cougars are going to try to work with at first, if they can get a draw. Since it's the league play, it will be something that will benefit them. In the first round of this Grossmont Hills League play. Natalie Emery looks like she's going to play this entire match for the first time for the varsity team. Ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Aguilera with the throw-in. Cooney kind of ran off the ball there for a moment. Miller playing it up the central, but Smingy, good footwork, plays it out wide, but intercepted by Espinal. This is danger now. Smingy going to try to go back and get it. She just plays it into the central, trying to get another strike, and this one goes past the byline. So, danger averted for the Foothillers, and the Cougars trying to cut the lead in half. Got plenty of time to try to do that here in the second half. The Foothillers have only given up 1 goal on the season. Right here at Jack Mashin Stadium, a foul is going to work. Against the Cougars. Warning given to Sarah Lopez. As the Foothillers had a couple of yellow cards the last time they played the Cougars over at their place. Doing well so far tonight. Both teams are. Neither team has given themselves that dreaded yellow card. Of course, more dreaded than that is the red card, and that's when you are taken out of the match and your team plays 1 player down. Jory Hayes making moves and playing it out for a run from the back, but didn't work out that time for the Cougars. Foothillers trying to maintain possession in the space, and they can't do it now. And making that last move that time was Hayes, but gave up the soccer ball. So on a quick counterattack is Lopez now. Lopez on the back line, a service and a save. Good strong run by Sarah that time. Here's Foster now on the intercept. Hits it from distance, and the save is made. Foster hustling. The near side, Alonso trying to make a move. It is touchdown by Foster. And so Alonso now will throw it in. It was Alonso and Espinal who scored the 2 goals the first time these two teams played each other. This season. Not a league game. This is the first league game between the two teams. Early ball now. Lopez hustling to try to get to it. Won't be able to. Goes upfield. Now here is the dangerous Alonso, but taken away. Nicely done that time by Foster. Couldn't get a handle on it and try to go directly upfield. Foster took it away, sent it out of play. Matty Mayo getting it over to Cooney and then to Foster. Gonzalez, the senior, the sophomore, and just couldn't handle it that time. It fell down. Steele Canyon, Alonso trying to make a move, taken away by the Foothillers, but they got it back. They being the Cougars. Play back to the keeper, Steele Canyon. All the way upfield, but intercepted nicely that time by Cooney. They're offside. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Plays it over to Foster and an early ball to Giabingo on the near side. Jennifer wins the soccer ball to the near side, and it is touchdown on a good defensive play by Grubelnik, not allowing Jennifer to get around her. So it's a throw-in now by Victoria Ford, but first, some substitutions for the Foothillers as Rosas comes into the match. There's 22 out there. Emmy Cervantes, the senior, number 10, and Olivia Hunter, 11 out there. Victoria Ford will throw it into the area, up in the air, and quickly on a couple of strikes, played upfield. Cervantes retrieves it, sends it back upfield to Giabingo, trying to turn now. The defender on her back, and a foul is going to occur on that sequence. So it'll be a free kick now for the Foothillers, and these are really dangerous if you're the opponent of the Foothillers, because they can put it into the back of the net from here. Giavingo's done it numerous times throughout her career. And we'll take it again here. A little bit too high that time. Couldn't get it to dip down. When you're ahead 2-0, not a big deal. Opportunities are not ones that you have to necessarily cash in on from the offensive side. Smingy. And it is knocked out by the Cougars. So it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers from the far side touchline. Roses throws it in. Cecilia gets it into Mia. Mia still on a soccer ball now, being pressured into space, and it's touched out by the Cougars. So it's going to be a throw-in now for the Foothillers. Grossmont on the attack, trying to see if they can put another one in the back of the net. In the attacking third, and now in the area. Now Hunter gets a strike and missed the near post. Hunter thought that ball, she didn't get all of it, and then found that she did, and enough to at least direct it towards the keeper. Olivia continues to try and see what you can do towards getting one in the back of the net as a varsity player. Got the height out there and got some good speed. Trying to find the right combination to put it into the back of the net. It is out of play now to throw in now out of the defensive third for the Cougars. Steele Canyon now. Trying to make a play is Pius. Foster. Rosas plays it back to Maddie Mayo. Mayo with speed now. Turns upfield now. Maddie Mayo. Alonzo to her left, and then still on the soccer ball. Hits it hard, but a save is made. Foster on the intercept now. Mia. Still on the soccer ball. Mia Foster now hits it hard, and a little bit off a target that time. Foster putting pressure and then at attacking third. Again. Foster in her senior season along with Amy Cervantes, Lexa Gonzalez. 7 total players at the beginning of the season. Rosas. Victoria Ford in the back. Final season in high school soccer. Wanting to make good here in the Grossmont Hills League. And if they get the victory tonight, they'll be 2-0-1. 2 victories out of the first 3 games. They'll be in a great position. They won a tie for the league last season. And Emery watches this one whiz. It might be touched out for a corner kick, and it is. Of course, the Foothillers still have not played Granite Hills or Mahala. But getting a good start in beating the Highlanders right here. Highlanders were undefeated of Helix at the time. In West Hills, they at least got a draw out of that match. We're ahead. Could not win it. Emery leaps up and makes the save. Did not want to give up a rebound that time. Upfield, the Lopez controls the soccer ball and then maybe a little bit too much gave it away. And Miller will now throw it in as it was off of Foster's cleat. Inside 26 minutes left to go in the match. Here's Espinal dropping it back. Montes up the central. Smingy turns. Has control now. Smingy still on the soccer ball. Driving defenders back now. Smingy now for the run that she likes to make. Kira Smingy now going to try to hit it. And it's going to go past the byline. They put enough pressure to keep her from having a chance to slow the soccer ball up and put it in the back of the net if she could. And nevertheless, she had another good run in this match. She's had about 3 of them. Cervantes now. Cervantes stays with it now. Rosas hits it all the way down and past the byline. So it'll be a goal kick again for the Cougars. Got some work to do, and every minute that it goes out or every second it goes out works against them. So they have to take advantage of that soccer ball not going out. Foster now looking for Lopez. She didn't get it. Retreating back to get it is Grubelnik, sending it upfield. Rosas sending it forward. Got support with Cervantes now looking for, and it was up high now. Lopez on the near side runs onto it. Sarah slows it up now, makes a nice move, gets around Grubelnik, sends it upfield. It's intercepted, and it will be played out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Victoria Ford retrieves it. Substitution's going to occur first, though, for the Foothillers. As coming into the match now is Herrera Monserrat. As Jennifer Giambingo comes out for a breather. Knocked out of play. The Foothillers are going to gain some real estate down the left flank, right outside the area. It is 2-0 affair, Jack Matchin Stadium. Out here in El Cajon. Lopez tried to control it, but it was touched out by Steele Canyon. Another substitution is going to occur. Hunter trying to get to the soccer ball, and it was touched out, and it'll be a corner kick now for the Foothillers. So Victoria Ford will take the corner. This is where the Foothillers are dangerous. Ever since we've been filming them. This is our third year. And hit behind frame. Gonzalez comes out of the match. Bree Cooney comes in. Cooney now stops it, gives it to Cervantes, plays it to the near side, but that's an intercept, but it goes right to Foster, who finds Cervantes. Cervantes cuts it inside now. Emmy still on a soccer ball. Deflects off and over to Hunter and played back to Foster and back to Ford. Victoria now drives it on a line drive, intercepted by Espinal. And here on the quick counterattack on the near side, the Cougars with Alonso now. Alonso makes a move, finds space now, and a service blocked by Smingy. Nice play. Just a valuable player for the Foothillers. Here goes Hunter now on the near side. Olivia Hunter now still on a soccer ball. Hunter is knocked down, and it's going to be a free kick for the Foothillers. Nice run by Olivia Hunter. And she'll give her team a free kick. And these are the types of plays that the Cougars do not want as the match moves on. Coming on 20 and a half left to play in the match. They have to find not one goal but two in order to get a draw out of this Grossmont Hills League match. Down 2-0. Substitutions are occurring, or one in this case. As Smiggy comes out, Aguilera comes in. Victoria Ford on the free kick. Sends it for the back post try, but nobody able to connect. Foothillers in the back line have to be very careful now. Smiggy's not there. But it looks like there may be more subs coming in. Maybe not in enough time. Let's see. And actually they will be able to get Bridget Wilson into the match. And Giovingo is back into the match. Foster, two seniors on the bump that time, and Foster intercepts it, and another bump, and it's going to be a free kick. So free kick now for Steele Canyon, I should say, the Cougars. It's out of play, and it'll be a throw-in now for the Foothillers of Grossmont High. Boys team is playing very, very well this season, and more than likely will be in the playoffs and have a good spot. They were offsides on that attack, so it'll be a free kick now for the Foothillers. The Cougars cannot afford really to be offsides too much anymore in this match. They have to take advantage of opportunities up the field. With 18 minutes left to go in a match, not a lot to work with. Foothillers want to try and put another one in the back of the net and make it academic for this particular match. Played to the near side. Early ball now. Offsides on the play. And again, the offsides bug beginning to hurt the Cougars, and that is something that they're usually pretty good at. However, when they have played the Foothillers, they have found themselves offsides quite a bit. In the last match last year, they were offsides quite a bit. Foothillers still lost that match. Fell behind early, not able to get the job done. Again, that was last season. It's academic because they ended up a tie for the league play. Going 6-2-2 last year in league play. Upfield. As Jory Hayes. Victoria Ford gets a strike onto it to Bridget Wilson. First touch. Aguilera. Here's Lopez. Lopez gets around one player. Lopez now still dribbling. Finds her teammate. Rushing up the field. That's Bree Cooney. Plays it out wide now. 50-50 ball. Who's going to get it? It's the Cougars. Upfield. Espinal. Looks for space to get away from defenders. Finds it. Into the central, but there's Foster on the intercept. Mia now still on the soccer ball. Mia Foster lifts it up, but it is going to be not accurate enough. But Foster's already got a goal in this match. On a penalty kick. She was knocked down hard in the area. Just played herself a whale of a match. Along with Lopez. Puts it into the back of the net. Goal! Go, 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 goal! And Sarah Lopez scores her second goal for the first time in a long time in this 2019-2020 season. They have kind of kept her in check a little bit and has kept the Foothillers from really being able to put a lot of goals into the back of the net. But now, against a Grossmont Hills League foe, to get 3 goals is a pretty big thing. And that's what the Foothillers have done tonight. And they lead 3-0. And since we've filmed them, they have never been ahead against the Cougars in a 3-0 fashion. So this is a first for GK Sports. And these young ladies who we have seen now, the seniors, for 3 seasons. So congratulations to them. Can they keep it 3-0? Maddie Mayo retreats back. Mayo now. But is intercepted by Espinal. Plays it right to the wrong player. And that's Brie Cooney. Gia Bingo's pass is intercepted. Cooney now. Plays it out to the wide. Mayo. Foster looks for Aguilera trying to get forward, but it's intercepted. Nicely done that time by Alonso. And back the other way in the central as Rosas tried to play the leverage game, and it worked out. All the way over to Emory. 13.5 left to play in the match. Time is not the friend at all of the Cougars. And his scoreboard has gotten away from him tonight. But they are a team that has the ability to put balls in the back of the net, and an offsides has worked against them as well tonight. Too many of them on the road. Have to be careful when you cannot mark up on the road. Good things don't usually happen for you. As far as winning a match, you might get a draw out of it, but winning makes it tough. Exert too much energy and nothing to show for it. After the shot, a save, sent upfield for the Cougars. Chiabingo in his space. Played in some space, but Ford able to win it. Chiabingo now into the central for Cooney. Foster on a run by Taylor Aguilera, but won't be able to keep it in. Just inside 12 left to go in the match. Check out our page, gksports.org. Max Preps, lots of good stuff being placed on the Facebook page. Good passing. Emory makes the save. Had the all-time single game score last night. Dame Lillard. His 61-point performance for the Portland Trailblazers on our Twitter page. Of course, the Celtics being strong last night over the Lakers. All kinds of stuff on the Twitter page today as well. Just go to the top of the page, gksports.org. All the icons, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And like us and follow us. Espinal cuts it back into the central of the field. Then played out left flank now on a foot race. Victoria Ford gets back, gives it to Emory. Drives it upfield. Herrera secures it, but pressured now And it will be played all the way back to Emory. Emory using as much time as she could, and then almost was intercepted that time. Substitution's going to occur for the Cougars as Alonzo is coming out. Foothillers have Austin coming in. Mia Tillett is 20 in the match. May Cervantes 24 out there. Ballot is into the match. Madison, the Cougars, on that last substitution. The throw in from the far side touchline. Intercepted by Aguilera. Played all the way upfield, and those are the types of plays that work in your favor when it goes out of play and a running clock. And now Courtney Miller is coming out of the match for the Cougars. They'll have the throw in. Grace Brownlow is into the match. Vallet trying to get to the soccer ball. It is touched out by Vallet. It'll be a throw in now for the Cougars. Just about 8 minutes left to play in the match. Kayla Grubelnik will throw it in. Upfield. Going down is Rosas. Crotty on the move. And takes a shot and a save by Emory. Three to nothing to Foothillers. Played forward to May Cervantes. Not able to get to it. May won a club championship over the summer. Giovingo. Tillett. Now to play. Mia Foster is coming out of the match. Don't know if she'll get back in it, but has done some heavy-duty work tonight, making big plays happen right here at Jack Mastron Stadium. Giovingo hits one, and the save is made. Inside 6.5 left to play in the match. According to the stadium clock, the center ref has the official time. Bree Cooney will let it go for Austin, and Austin didn't get a good strike onto it. Nearly gave it up to Espinal, and now she has it. Angelina plays it to the near side. Aguilera will chase it down along with Vallet, and that ball is out of play. It was already out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Foothillers. Senior Gonzalez is going to come into the match for Giovingo. And she may not get back into the match. With only 5.5 left to go in the match. And a 3-0 lead. Aguilera on a line drive upfield. Bridget Wilson watches it sail over her head. Cougars at midfield. The near side. But Vallet won't get to this one. So it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. 5-0-2 in their last 7 games, and looks like it's going to be 6-0-2 in their last 8 games. The last time they had lost was against the Cougars in non-league play. And they have not lost here at Jack Mashin Stadium this season. Vallet, the 50-50 ball, it's trying to secure it. Finally gets it, plays it to Espinal now. Espinal trying to make the right move, sends it to the central, intercepted by Gonzalez. Played upfield but intercepted. Reed Cooney, Aguilera. Bridget Wilson will track it down, or will try to. Had too much pace on it that time. So it's a throw-in from the defensive third for the Cougars. And an incorrect throw-in. Foothillers. Collision. Wilson goes down. It's up slowly. A lot of weight on her back that time. I'm going to try to hang in there. And may not be able to finish this one out. Hopefully didn't get hit up in the above the shoulder area. And Bridget Wilson took a heavy hit and is going to come out. Pion is into the match. A couple minutes left to go in the match. Dees hits it up in the air and save is made. Quick run up the field now. And it is knocked out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Foothillers with 2 goals by Sarah Lopez tonight. And also 1 on a penalty kick by Mia Foster. That is the scoring for tonight's affair, as the Cougars not able to get anything in the back of the net up to this point. Maybe a minute and a half left to go in the match. Foothillers playing very strong in the midfield tonight. And finding opportunities up forward to make things happen. Played behind frame, and it'll be a goal kick. Clock is stopped here. Jack Mashin Stadium. Center ref has the official time. Cougars not able to get the victory tonight, losing to Mission Bay in our other live stream. And Grossmont will get the victory tonight in its Grossmont Hills League game. Being able to beat the Cougars for the first time this particular season. Espinal cuts it inside. He's been under the weather all week long and putting in a very high quality effort out tonight. Probably hasn't practiced all week. You wouldn't really see it that much. Her teammates not able to get the job done. And Emery Measures it off and makes the save. The Cougar fans have been loud, though, from the other side of the field. But it just isn't their night tonight. Jack Mashin Stadium in their only trip over here in El Cajon. Unless it's a postseason match. There'll be one more between these two teams. They'll play it over at Spring Valley. As the Foothillers will move on. Play Valhalla High School. Norsemen. Where they played in the CIF Division II final last season. And did not lose to them in every match last season. But this is another season, so we'll see what happens on Thursday night. Final score, 3-0. Sarah Lopez scoring 2 goals, scored 1 here in the second half. It scored 1 in the first half around the goal by Mia Foster, the penalty kick. 3-0. Check out our website. That's gksports.org. That's the Facebook page, the Instagram page, the Twitter page. It's all there on the top of the page. Follow us, like us on those sites. Keep the heartbeat of what we're doing at GK Sports. And, of course, always subscribe to us at GK Sports on the YouTube site. For Pablo Espinal, bringing you the sights and sounds from Jack Mashin Stadium, I'm Greg K. Porter saying take care of yourself as always. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we will see you on Thursday at Valhalla High School. So long from El Cajon.